Yo, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Signal Interrupted. Yo, it's your host, JB, Nick. What y'all got going on, man? How y'all feeling, bro? How you feeling, bro? It's only me and him today because shit, I don't know where everybody else at, but it's a little midweek, just me and him recapping shit, going over shit, you know.
So let's show that, Brody. How's it going? How you doing? How's the fam? How's everything, bro?
Man, everything's going good, smooth, man, bro. How about you, bro? How
E-
things?
Everything good, bro. You run into some stuff, bro. But we'll talk about that later on, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
It is
yeah.
what it is.
But hell yeah. So what we got going today, man? What we talking about today, JB?
Well, first we're gonna start off here with the NFL recap. Playoffs just went by, wild card round. Good games, some good games to talk about. We're just gonna get into what happened in the game, scores, how we feel about the games, each game, talk about some significant things also around the NFL, and then we'll get into some more topics later on.
Sounds about good, bro. Sounds about good. So without further ado, let's get into it, man.
Let's get to it. Let's get right to it. First game, Rams versus Panthers. The Rams come out on top, 34-31 in that game. The league's supposed MVP, Matthew Stafford, had went 24 for 42 on passing attempts, 304 passing yards. He had three touchdowns and one interception, and eventually come out on the dub against the Panthers in a game that was way too close for my liking, bro.
Man,
uh, that was way too close. Kind of had me rooting for the Panthers because I mean, hey,
an
nobody.
underdog, man. That's all I see, man.
I'm saying like as the MVP or they want to be MVP of the league, you can't do that. It's a playoff game. You're playing the Panthers. Yes, you're on the road. I understand, but it's an 8-9 team. They
Right,
barely made it to the playoffs. You looking to be a Super Bowl contender and MVP, you gotta go out and shine. And that game was a little too close. Not saying it's all on him because I mean the defense allowed 31 points. That's purely unacceptable. That's
unacceptable.
that's terrible, bad. But
But I see is we got still got to give the Panthers credit though. As an 8-9 team, bro, they still put up a good fight. They almost had it if bro didn't drop the pass. So
no, I'm not. I'm
we
not.
still got
I'm
to
not
give them
mad.
credit because Bryce Young is a dog. He's a dog, man. After what he
Sure.
been through with this team, bro, she's still trying, bro. And the fact that he still won his division and still put up a good fight, it just shows where his head's been in the last couple of years, especially
No.
when the
100
world was on his ass about not being a good quarterback.
100%. I am definitely 100% proud of Bryce Young. He's really stepped up this year. In my opinion, he had a good year. I mean, he had a bounce back year for sure. Um, Played a hell of a game. It's like that sometimes, but I see future for the Panthers. They're a young team. They got some good pieces now. Rico Dowdle, great piece for them. Um, they got a young guy like Ted McMillian. Ted McMillian's had a good year for me. That's a nice wide receiver for them. And they got Kadoosh. Kadoosh, Xavier Leggett.
Man, Mr. Countryman himself, man.
He really disappointed me this year, bro. He was supposed to be the guy, the young rookie, and he just didn't come through. But it's like that though. But I feel like Panthers do have a good future ahead of them. Unfortunately, we cannot be talking about them because they are eliminated.
Right.
As for the Rams, they're gonna have to
Moving
bounce back.
Yeah, moving forward, they just can't have these close shootout games like they keep having on with this during the season because at some point they just gonna either not outscore nobody or they're gonna get blown out because that defense is terrible. Well, it's not terrible, but it's iffy because
Right.
they giving up too much points. They just like the Cowboys giving up 30 points, but and putting up 30 points. You can't keep doing that against these good teams in these playoffs because it's not gonna work out. And
I'm about to say,
they will find themselves eliminated on an easy Sunday or easy Saturday, bro.
I'll
Trust
tell
me.
you what. I'll tell you what, Matthew Stafford better bring his A game. They got the Bears in Chicago.
They can get
That's
up on the
not
Bears all they want, but let's not forget the Bears. The Bears have made comebacks this year, but that's
fair.
still too. Like the Bears still gonna have to play their A game because you can't keep going down 26 points and trying to want to come back in the fourth quarter. But that's not how things works, man. I mean, it's luck. It's luck. It's always gonna be luck. It's NFL. So, but at the end of
Definitely,
the day,
because Rams going into Chicago is not going to be easy. The Chicago
It's
defense
gonna be
has
cold.
the most
Yeah,
takeaways. It will be cold.
real.
This is going to be an interesting game. But to wrap it up for the Rams and the Panthers, like I said, Matthew Stafford's got to show up next week. This week he's going to have to show up. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Playing one of the teams with the best defense out there. They got a lot of takeaways. So the interceptions, decision making is going to have to be quick for him. And as an MVP candidate, you got to have those moments where, hey, it's time to go. Let's roll. You got weapons. You got a lot of weapons out there. Devontae Adams, got Puka, you got Kyron Williams. They got weapons, so it should be no excuse for him at all. You got anything else to say about that game, man?
Nah, pretty much it's gonna be a. We said what game again?
That was a Rams Panthers game.
Rams Panthers. Now all I can say is, man, Rams need to get it together for this next game coming up, or they will find themselves eliminated. But
For sure. Well, speaking of the Bears, let's go into the next game. We had the Packers and the Bears. The Bears scratched out of that one and won
another,
31-27.
and this was a split game for these two teams because they did go at it at the regular season twice, and they all came out each one with a dub. So this was a deciding factor, and you see who wanted it more.
Man, you talk about a shootout, boy. God, dog.
Caleb, hey, I gotta give my credit with Caleb Williams, bro. That man is, bro. He's balling, bro.
That
Man,
was
it's
a
like
heck
Patrick
of
Mahomes out there.
that was a heck of a comeback. I all praise to Caleb Williams. I wasn't too big on him when he got drafted.
Immediately.
He earned my respect. He got on that sideline. He called out everybody and called out himself and said, "Yo, what are we doing? Let's get it together." The man came out, threw for 361 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions, which would have to be fixed, but he got the job done. Led a crazy comeback. They were down 21-3 at halftime. And even then, going into the fourth, they were still down 21-9. You feel me? So they led them to a great comeback. And not to shun on Jordan Love's performance. Heck of a game by him. The kid had 323 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. And you don't win that. That's defense. And this was a defense that people been raving about. You get Michael Parsons and they picked up your boy Trayvon Diggs. He played 1 snap, but defense. There's a lot of these games are coming down to defense. You were doing everything right in the first half. You held them to 6 points, 3 points, and the second half you make adjustments. That's great coaching. That's Ben Johnson. It's a great heck of a coach.
But like you said, AB, man, like you said, you missing Michael Parsons, bro. That's that big factor right there. That's disrupting that QB, bro. Getting pressure to that quarterback, man, who's obviously making a big impact, in which Packers was obviously missing in this game. So you can honestly, was really hurting them that Michael Parsons was really gone. But like I said, Trayvon, he ain't doing nothing, bro. That's why he only played 1 snap. So, yeah.
Trayvon for sure. But like I said, man, it was a heck of a comeback for the Bears. I'm really high on Caleb Williams right now. He's actually showing me, and he's earning my respect. It's definitely gonna be a little tougher next week for them. Like I said, like we said before, they got the Rams, but I can see Caleb Williams doing the exact same thing. And it's just he's clicking right now. And when you're clicking, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have games like this. Yeah, he had 2 picks. His 2 picks were just careless mistakes. That's fine. Whatever. He made up for the second half. They went down there and got the job done, and ultimately got them a win to move on to the next round.
Right.
I mean, that's basically that's it. That's all I got. I would obviously we'll give our predictions for the next round later on, but yeah, I mean we can go ahead and move on to the next game unless you got anything else to say about it.
Nah, I'm good. We'll move on to the next game.
Let's talk about the Bills and the Jaguars.
Man, that was
Bills come out on top.
For sure. I'll definitely watch that game. As far as I can say for that one, Bills, man, they need to get that defense together for real. Honestly, we cannot keep going back and forth with teams y'all know y'all can easily beat. There's
Man,
dogs on that defense, and I don't know. I get it. There's injuries, man. I get it, bro. It's throughout the season. I play an 18-week season, but at the end of the day, that defense needs to get it together because not only did they give up, they kept going back and forth with the Jaguars, man. They was giving up crucial things, easy fix mistakes they could have easily capitalized on, but it is what it is. They still came out there with a dub. Josh Allen, Josh Allen, just Josh Allen things. He honestly, like I said earlier in the last video, he honestly has the easiest path to go to the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, all them, and
100%.
that's honestly his downfall. As far as the
100%.
Jaguars, they had a great season. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, all them, and they had Brian Thomas Jr. They had a great year, but just made a mistake at the last minute when it counted, throwing into coverage, man, and tipped up.
100%.
It's easy pick. So I hope they can go
100%,
to next
man.
season, probably run it back. But they had a great season. It's just unfortunate things.
A great year, a great year. And as for this Bills game, it was 27-24, so very close game. Um, Trevor Lawrence did have a chance to go down and score on the last minute drive, throw a pick to lose to that defense. He threw two picks this game. So he started the game off with a pick and ended the game off with a pick. So I'm gonna give the defense a slight hedge, but hey, it's gonna be tougher games than this for sure. But Josh Allen, he gets my hard head of the week. Um, Although he had a struggle, it seemed like it was a struggle to score early, but they figured it out. He ended up throwing 28 of 35 passing, 273 yards, had one passing touchdown and two rushing touchdowns himself. So, I mean, if that's this is your MVP, this is the guys who picked to be the MVP. That's an MVP performance. James Cook didn't really get going this game, and a lot of times James Cook is their offense. He's the motor of the team. So for him to only have 15 carries and 46 yards, that's not James Cook-esque, And for them to still come out on top with the win shows a lot to what Josh Allen can do. Because I mean, at the wide receiver, they don't have many weapons. Khalil Shakir, they got Brandon Cooks. He's older, and then they got Cookie Man. They got Keon Coleman out there. He did have one catch for 36 yards. I did see that.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, from what I'm in here, he's finally screwed his head on and started
no,
putting
he
up.
did. He did have one catch and one target. I mean, hey, he made do with it though. Good catch.
But touching on what you said earlier about James Cook being the offense, like I was saying, like last video, bro. Like I said, if he don't get going, bro, their offense is stale, and Josh Allen has to step up, which he did in this game. What you said with them two rushing touchdowns, bro, which came in real clutch when they needed it. So like I said, if James Cook get going in these playoffs, it's gonna be a different story.
For sure.
Rely on Josh Allen to do everything.
For sure.
That means the playbook gonna open up, and when he opens up that playbook, bro, I'm telling you, watch out for them Bills, man.
Bills are definitely high up there on my list. It's definitely going to be a tougher battle for them as they decided they won this game, so they'll be going against the Broncos.
Which that's a great
Got to
defense.
go to the Mile High. Never easy to go up there and play with the conditions that they are in. But like I said, I feel like Josh Allen, he was the MVP of this league. He will continue to show why he was the MVP of the league. And I believe in his run this year. And a lot of people do. So it's either make or break for Josh Allen this year. And that's really all I got. So we'll have to see what happens next.
Right.
But the next game, Chargers versus Patriots. And that game ended with the Patriots winning 16-3. Kind of shocked me. I actually took the Chargers over the Patriots. Just a little hot take, a little sizzle, because I felt like the Patriots just couldn't hang with people that actually been winning. And in the first half, I was kind of right. Not a very good offensive performance from the Patriots. Not what we're used to, you know. Drake May had a better second half than he did the first half for sure. But let's address the elephant in the room. Justin Herbert. Is it time to start giving him the same like down shadow we give Lamar and them. Now, yes, Lamar's an MVP. Okay, he doesn't win in the playoffs. But Justin Herbert has been to the playoffs and hasn't thrown but I think one or two touchdowns as a quarterback in the three playoff games he's had? What when is it gonna be like, hey, Justin, what's going on? Like what's going on? I mean,
Hey, like you saying, JB, bro, we're gonna have to put him in the high seat because, like you said, bro, he's choking in these playoffs. Let's think about it when he played the Jaguars. What was that score? They choked I want to say won a 20-point some league. You got to look it up. I don't know. I want to say it's a 20 point. I'm just guessing, but I want to say a 20-point lead, and they did not score that second half at all.
listen,
He got
Justin
shut on defense. He couldn't do nothing. Defense was just getting torched. So it's safe to say that Justin Herbert, what is he doing? What are we doing here?
really don't know, man. I don't.
So
And
you're telling me
I
he
think
put up
I'm
more than
pretty
three
sure the
points?
man has more interceptions than he has touchdowns in the playoffs. And that's horrible. That is terrible. And to say the Chargers are not a bad team. Yes, they have issues in places. I would say they probably need a running back. Vital has he on and off year for them. You know, Najee Harris was their guy. He got hurt, so that's how it goes. But it's like I don't know. I just don't know what to say. In this game, Justin Herbert, 159 passing yards, nothing else. That's just not gonna cut it for me. Like you are supposed to be this franchise guy for the Chargers, and you're just not. You're not producing.
Yeah, he's not stepping up. So it's safe to say the Chargers are starting to look like frauds.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to say the defense. And another thing with that is their defense held a hot Patriots team. Yes, the Patriots have not played anybody, but that doesn't matter. When your offense is clicking, it's clicking. They got a lot of weapons, whether we like it or not. Whether you like it or not, this team has a lot of weapons. And for you to start the game off and you hold them 3-6 at halftime and you don't put another point on the board, that's terrible. That's terrible. 3-6 at halftime, you down 3-6 at halftime, and you don't put another point on the board. That's terrible. You got to fix that. I don't know if it's your offensive coordinator, which I think they did. I think they did fire their offensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. But they need to make some type of change next year, or it's going to be, hey, Justin Herbert, look, you just can't win. You're not a playoff guy.
Definitely. Most definitely. We'll be looking for a new guy to look for, man. Chargers need to get it together.
For sure.
All I can say to that. But shout out to the Patriots, though, for getting that dub, though, still. After getting a slow start, still moving things forward, getting the offense going, putting up points on the board, just doing what they do. They do everything they can do to win and move themselves to the next round. But that's all I can say for that game.
Got the Texans next.
Woo!
Texans next.
Woo!
It's gonna be a good one.
My guy.
It's gonna be a good one.
Hey Stroud, you got bailed out again, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You got bailed out again.
Let's talk about it. Texans Steelers. Texans win that game 30-6. Did he get bailed?
He got bailed, bro.
Did he get bailed?
Let me tell you why he got bailed, man.
Talk about it, bro.
This man was trying to go up. All right, so CJ Stroud, bro, don't get me wrong. He's a great quarterback. His problem is he's like, what's his name? He like Tua. They like to go for them big plays down the field. And then when he try to run, it's too late. The gap is done closed. So don't get me wrong. Steelers had their defense on lock. They was making him fumble all types of stuff. But, Mike Tomlin told that Mike Tomlin, he trying to his best. He's still a great coach. He's still a great coach, still putting his team in the playoffs. Never had a losing season. But that defense on Texas, oh, my God. Will Anderson, Amari Lassiter, Derek Stingley Jr., bro. Holy crap.
That defense is a dog squad, bro.
They need when the Texans needed them, just nothing to say about that, bro. They just really was just killing them.
Listen, man.
Pick six, a fumble for six.
Fumble six, pick six. Listen, bro.
Man.
Ohio State guy, love CJ to death, but my goodness, that was horrible. And it's crazy to say horrible in a sentence where the team won 30-6. You would think, but no, it's defense. Defense
Defense wins
plays.
championships, man.
Defense is
Defense wins
crazy.
championships.
Defense wins championships, and they held the Steelers to 6 points. 6 points.
With a
But
veteran quarterback in Aaron Rodgers.
you want to talk about a game? I'm watching the game. The Texans had 5 fumbles. No, my bad. CJ Stroud had 5 fumbles.
That's unacceptable.
You lost 2 of them, but you recovered 3 of them. But you had 5 fumbles, and a couple of them was mistakes by himself. Just get rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. There's no reason to be dancing around in the pocket. Just get rid of the ball.
Like I said, that's what I said earlier, man. Trying to look for them big plays, man. He got to
Yeah,
get the ball out. Just get the short. Take what they give you, man, and just go what they give you instead of trying to go for the big plays because you still missing your big play manager, and that's Tank Dell. Tank Dell's not there, bro.
thank you. And now they will be without Nico Collins. It has been reported Nico Collins will be out against
That's
the
another
Patriots.
big. That's another big offensive weapon. So I hope,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I could. Without my last regards to this game, honestly, I could hope the Texans get it together with their offense because if not, that defense is not going to be able to do that again. I hope they could be able to stop them, but as far as moving forward like that, they can't keep getting bailed out. CJ Stroud can't keep getting bailed out like that.
Not against. All right, look, it's going to be a great matchup. They got the Patriots. You got the power out. This is going to be the matchup. The Patriots are going to have to. Yeah, it's going to be one of them games. Hope they can get it together on the offensive side. Because that's not acceptable. 5 fumbles is terrible. Five
Terrible.
fumbles, you should lose the game. No ifs and buts about it. Fortunately, they were playing the Steelers, the trash towels. I got to
You
get
know,
my ones off.
yeah,
That's
you
my
little
AFC
guy,
North,
little
brother,
Cleveland Browns. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I'm not mad at it, my brother.
for sure. It's a question now that I need to ask while we're talking about this game. Was this it for Aaron Rodgers? Is
Oh,
it?
most definitely. Most definitely.
Was it? You think it was this?
I think he's done,
I
honestly.
mean, to allude to a interesting career of Aaron Rodgers, but an also legendary career, I think it's time for him to just let it go.
Exactly.
Um,
He didn't did what he made his impact on the league, man. Got himself some rings, man. He done what he's needed to do as a football player. So it's just,
it's time.
Tom Brady had that calling with the Cowboys when he lost like that. So
Yeah.
it's time for Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers looked defeated that game. Um, and it wasn't just this game. It was last game too. They got out, they edged out of that game, to get into the playoffs against the Ravens, but he just defeated. There's a lot of stuff going on for that man. Like the helmet situation where he had with the helmet, he had to go finish the drive himself. Um, you could just kind of see it. Every time he gets sacked or tackled, it's just slow to get up. This is it. I think is it for him. He had a good conversation with Mike Tomlin after the game. They hugged. Mike Tomlin thanked him for coming up there, but I think it's time for Aaron Rodgers to go ahead and walk that walk and just let the career fly. He can go do his dark retreats and do whatever he
Yeah,
want to do,
pushing
whatever
with
Perk Rogers, whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
he can
but
go
yeah,
do what
honestly,
he can do.
great career from Aaron Rodgers, man. He done made my team, made me heartbreak, man. Then throw a dot. Just in that shit was crazy, bro. The shit was crazy. But Aaron Rodgers, man, shout out to you, bro. Like real talk, bro.
Go
Growing up
ahead.
in childhood, bro. Crazy, man. Did some crazy Hail Marys. Just man, he's magic. It's magic.
Yeah,
But
for
definitely
sure.
not, bro, to give it up.
It's time. It's definitely time. But I'm gonna touch on it for a little bit. A little hot stove here. Mike Tomlin steps down as the
Mm.
as the as the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers after 19 years of mediocre. You step down after 19 years of mediocre. Like, was his
You
time coming? Was they ready to fire him? And he
I
knew.
think so, man.
They was.
They
I
were
think.
ready to fire, bro. He was. I
Uh,
think he got the feeling like, yeah, bro. I
no, for
keep
sure.
going 9-8, 8-9, bro. They're not gonna keep rocking with me at this run.
It's been you just and to Mike Tomlin, not to ever hate on him. He's a great coach in my opinion. He's a great coach, but 19 years did get you a bowl, but it just narrowed off. It was just mediocre. And that's the only way to put it. You know, like I said, I'm a Browns fan, so I've seen these teams that he has. You haven't won a game in Cleveland in 4 years, huh? Like you not. I don't care what you say. You're mediocre, and but great career for him too. I don't know if this would be it for him. He did allude to taking a break from coaching. I don't know if that'll be the case. A lot of vacancies around the NFL right now, but hey, Mike Tomlin, he stepped down, so I have to see what's next for him. But as for that game, that's it. Texans versus Patriots next round.
True.
So the next game we got, and the last, is the 49ers versus the Eagles.
Well, let's talk about AJ fucking Brown.
AJ Brown, man. AJ
What's
Brown.
going on? What is going on in that Philly wide receiver room, man? What's they got going on, man? Why
Listen,
why is it like every other year the Eagles have mediocre offense and they want to have elite offense? You have the weapons, use them.
let's be fair. Their offensive coordinator was not the best, and
Hey,
they did decide to fire Kevin Patullo. His playbook is very narrow, and everybody's kind of read and figured that out now. So yes, when Saquon is hitting, okay, cool. Let's hand the ball off that Saquon. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing when he's hitting. But what he didn't realize is when Saquon is not going, you can't keep doing the same thing. When they shut down something, it leads to something else being open. What he didn't realize was, hey, I'm gonna keep handing the ball off to Saquon. Eventually, the deep ball gonna open up. Well, no, if Saquon's not running good, it's gonna be kind of obvious where you got to go next. You know, and I can understand AJ Brown's like I can understand why he was so heated during the season. But AJ Brown, and I want him to see this, AJ Brown, you cannot have 7 targets and drop 3 of the passes that you get targeted. That just does not work. You cannot do that. You cannot have 3 receptions and 28 yards and have a chance for more and want the ball like you begged for all season just to drop 3 passes, a crucial pass at that on 3rd and 6 or something like that. You cannot do that. And then you have the nerve to go at your coach? Man, no, you can't do that. As for his future with the Eagles, I don't know. I don't know. In a game like this where the 49ers edge out you guys 23 to 30, I mean 29, I mean it's this 23 to 19, you cannot have a play like that in a drive that is very crucial. Very crucial. And I just don't understand what's wrong with him. He just wants out. And at this point, you might as well just get up out of there. They got to get him out of there. It's no help for the team. He's a cancer on the sideline, and you can't have that.
that's the case, man. Should have stayed on the Titans. He won all these targets. Should have stayed on.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that. But
Well, as far as the 49ers, they clicked on all cylinders, I could say, for at least the second half of the game. But first half, they was kind of moving slow. You know, they did have some big plays from Brennan Jennings and CMC, but as far as they go as defense, it's a lot of injuries on that team. So, but he still had a good. Let's not forget, it still fucked the Eagles, but they still are a good offensive team.
mm-hmm.
So I give credit to them and that defense, especially with all the injuries they have. They still
Yes. They
held that.
have a bunch of maniacs out there, okay? The players that they got are guys that just want to play. And
Right.
you see
That's
that.
what you want out of a player. You want somebody who wants
Yes.
to go out there and play for your team, bro. That's what
And
you.
listen, in a league like the NFL, they say not for long. It's like that. So those guys that they're pulling up and that are these second and third strings, they're hungry. They want a spot. You feel me? So
Right.
if you want a spot, you're gonna go play and you're gonna make a play. As for the 49ers myself, Brock Purdy's a game manager. He's gonna manage the game. He threw 2 picks this game, bad picks. So I mean it's whatever. You
The
know,
little stuff he got to work on,
yeah, yeah, for sure. But Christian McCaffrey is just a game changer, and to have a player like that on your team, it's one of a kind.
Because he can
It's
catch,
gonna
throw, he can do everything.
But my thing with McCaffrey now, as George Kittle they announced that it was a torn Achilles, so he will be done for sure this season and a portion of next season for sure, maybe even the whole season.
Easy out because that's Achilles ain't nothing.
So unfortunate for George Kittle. But Fred Warner was at practice. Fred Warner was at practice for the 49ers. So I don't know if what his
And
status
Fred
is.
Warner come back at a time that they need him.
They need him.
That's big for the 49ers,
That's
man.
big. That's big because they got
Huge,
the
huge, huge.
Seahawks. They got the
Ooh,
Seahawks.
and if he come back right in time, that'll be huge for this because that's Seahawks is a dynamic team too. That's another team that's gonna come in there hungry. They're hungry. They're hungry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For sure. Shout out to Demarcus Robinson. Had a great game. 6 receptions, 111 yards, and 1 touchdown. Um, good wide receiver for them guys out there. Mainly had most of Purdy's yards. He only threw for 260. But like I said, 49ers have a good team. Um, they have a game manager of a quarterback who is going to manage the game, which is exactly what he did. And their defense is playing and flying around, which is always going to be good. It's going to be a good game to see them play the Seahawks, man. It's going to be a
Well,
real good game, man. But that basically sums up the recap for this NFL playoff wild card round. And now we got the divisional round coming up this weekend with some good matchups, man. Some good matchups.
great matchups.
So what you think, man? Let's take a little dive into what we got for the divisional round, man. We got the first game, we got the Bills and the Broncos.
Bills and the Broncos. So we're gonna just do little predictions.
Yeah, let's do a little prediction.
My prediction: give me Bills for sure, for sure. I say give me the Bills 30-24, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Bills, they gonna win. They gonna win the game just for the exact reason, bro. James Cook is gonna have him a game. Watch, he gonna have him over 100 yards. He gonna go crazy. Then Josh, but like I said earlier, the Denver got great defense. They're still gonna put up a fight. They're still gonna get stops. They're still gonna make plays. But honestly, I see Josh Allen and James Cook going crazy. James Cook, Georgia alumni. So I gotta go for my man. Make sure he go crazy. So that's what I got for that game.
Oh, you got Bills 30-24.
Sure.
Okay. For that game, Broncos country. Let's ride. I got the Broncos.
Crazy.
I got the Broncos. Yes, I just told y'all about Josh Allen and his MVP. I don't think he can go on the Mile High and handle business. I just don't see it happening. Now, granted, the Broncos have been sitting for a little bit, which is, I mean, they got to buy. So, but I don't see them losing at home. Um, it's hard to win in Denver, and that's just the standard. It's hard to win in Denver, and for a team like the Broncos, man, they're very well rounded. Cortland Sutton, Bo Nix. Then they got the defense. You got a defense. Whenever you got a defense, whenever a team loses only 3 games in the year, they're usually something. And for the Broncos, it just feels like they're clicking at the right time. They've only lost 1 game at home, and I believe that the Bills will go in there and it'll be a kind of stalemate at the beginning of the game, but ultimately I got the Broncos coming out and handling business. I'm gonna say the Broncos win 27-20. 27.
That's honest. That's honest. I like that prediction. I like that prediction. So, yeah.
All righty. For the next game, we got 49ers and the Seahawks. The big game for our podcast, if you guys don't know, Caleb is a Seahawks fan. He was on the last episode with us. And Unc is a 49ers
fan. They have a wager going on right
and
now.
there is a wager going on. They are putting up a good bet. But, Nick, who do you have?
Honestly, this is a tough one. But I think, honestly, in the last video, I think I said the 49ers last video because I don't like the Seahawks. But I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawks. I'm gonna have to go with the Seahawks. I don't want to. I promise you, it's messing up every fiber of my being right now to go with the Seahawks. Oh my god, I don't like them. But Seattle, bro, they just been that offense is something different, bro. They just have that intensity. They want to keep going. If something stops them, they keep going. They find ways to make plays. They're a great offense, and I feel like they have great chemistry to go out there. Is it in Seattle or is it in
Seattle?
Oh, it's definitely in Seattle. Yeah, give me the Seahawks, man. For
That's
sure.
what, man.
They're clicking on every cylinder on that offense. That defense is a little shaky, but I feel like the offense can definitely go out there and put more points up than the 49ers. So my score prediction, give me 23-20.
Close game.
Close game.
Man, it's hard. George Kittle's injury definitely altered my pick a little bit. Because now the workload, and this is what I'm worried about, is the workload for Christian McCaffrey going to be too much against Seattle, who does have a top 5 defense. I give them top 5 defense, and they have a top 5 run defense. So for a team like the 49ers that is going to have to rely on the run a little bit more without Kittle, it's going to be a hard game for them.
I don't see them winning. I just don't see them winning. Just
I
because
don't.
that factor right there.
Unfortunately, I don't either. Give me the Seahawks. Seahawks got too much. Got my boy JSN over there shining all year.
Which honestly is having the best season right now as a wide receiver, bro.
They got a couple of dogs out there. Look out for CJ Barner or whatever his name is, Alec Barner, whatever Barner. Barner. I haven't heard much about him, but he's ringing my name now. I've been hearing him now. So Barner, a good tight end out there. Guaranteed he scores a touchdown this game. And K9 and Charbonnet, the two-headed monster they got in the backfield. The only worry about the Seahawks for me is Sam Darnold. I am nervous about Sam Darnold.
Can he win that big game? Can he take his team to where they need to be? That's the question that everybody's been asking.
And
don't get me wrong, he's had 2 great seasons in the last couple of seasons, but he can't get over that hump, bro. So it's just the question of, can he get over that hump? Can he take his team to the NFC Championship?
Give me the Seahawks, and I'm going to say it's a walk-off field goal. The score will be 28-31. I think it's going to be 31-28.
2 close games, 2 close predictions. I like it, but
I will say this playoffs has had me intrigued because of all the close games. It has been a lot of close games, and I like that. And it's a toss up. We don't know who's going to end up in the Super Bowl right now.
And it's not the same teams we've been seeing. So
man, I mean, yeah, the 49ers and the Seahawks have been around, but it's a lot of new
this stakes ain't been this high for a minute. So
right, for sure. The next game we got is the Texans and the Patriots. Dogfight.
Dogfight. Offense against a great defense.
Dogfight.
I don't know, man. I don't know, JB. That's tough, man. That's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with the Texans again, man. I'm gonna have to go with Texas, man. I feel like CJ Stroud gonna bounce back. I feel like he gonna have himself a decent game. At least throw for 2 touchdowns, bro. And then that defense, man, like I said, they got too much dogs on that defense. So I feel like that defense is gonna just go crazy. They're gonna disrupt Drake May, stop that run. I feel like they're gonna just really show what is it to play like a real team. So give me the Texans 30-10.
Woo! 30-10.
Yeah, man. Honestly, hey, that's a bold prediction, but I don't see the Patriots putting up points on that defense for real, man. I don't. I just don't see it, especially how bad they got off to against the who did they get off to? Was that the Steelers? No, not who did the Patriots play?
When was this? Week 18
Yeah,
or
the week last week they just
oh
played.
the Dolphins? I mean,
Not the Dolphins. The first team that played in the playoffs.
the Chargers.
The Chargers. Yeah, like I
I
said,
thought you
they
were
got
talking
off to
about.
a slow start to them. So honestly,
Mm,
I don't feel like they gonna get clicking against the Texans. So like I said, give me the Texans 30-10.
Texas. Well, look, man, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I went against the Patriots first round. I'm not changing. I'm not switching up. I don't think this team can function against a competent team. They may have got past the Chargers, but that's Justin Herbert. But this Texas team is like that. I'm gonna ride with my boy CJ Stroud. He gonna lock in, and this Texas team is gonna go out there and shut down Drake May and show why he is not the MVP of this league. They're gonna show him. They're gonna show him that he's not the MVP. And as for a score prediction, I do believe Patriots will put up points. They are the Patriots. I don't see this game being high scoring though. I don't see it being high scoring. I'm gonna take the Texans at 17 and the Patriots at 7. That's my prediction for
In
this game.
7. Okay. So we both got the Texans. Like I said, man, hope the Patriots can do something. But like I said, I got the Texans. Man.
I got the Texans too. Last and certainly not least, we have the Rams at Chicago.
Right here, I feel like this is going to be an offensive shootout once again between these two teams. And I honestly feel like it's gonna come down to honestly the last drive. Who cannot make a mistake. So
Whoever makes a mistake is gonna lose.
these two teams have great offenses, but their defenses are both iffy. So
Yeah,
they
for
have
sure.
both great offensive weapons and Puka Nakua. They got
Wait, you said defense iffy.
yeah.
This Bears defense has the most takeaways in the league.
The game that's slow. Come on, bro. With these slow starts we getting off to, getting behind 13 points, 15 points in this fourth quarter, bro. That's not good. That's not good. It's not good.
I'm telling you, that defense has the most
But
takeaways.
you can't take away that. But like I said, bro, it's levels to this shit, man. Take away, you can get takeaways all you want, but you still can't let people put up points on you and think you
100%,
away.
100%,
But
100%. I
but
think the
Bears, like I said, the Bears they got a great offense, great offense. But
no for
I'm gonna go
sure.
with my Georgia boys at Matthew Stafford, man. I'm gonna give me the Rams, man. Give me the Rams 30-27.
Hey, Rams 30-27, another close game. But that's been the theme of this playoffs.
Close games, man. These teams are actually fighting, man. They fighting for real.
It's been the theme of this playoffs for sure. Um, I am stumped. I think the Bears certainly have the ability to go out and win this game. But boy, the Rams have a lot of firepower. As you did say, yes, that defense allows points very early. The Rams like to get out very early. So I feel like it's gonna come down. For me, it's gonna come down to definitely who makes the first mistake. And I think, unfortunately, it will be Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams, young guy, he hasn't really been put in this situation. He's young. I think he crumbles. I think I got a taste of what it looked like for him to come back against the Packers. But in a game against the Packers, you play them so many times. I mean, that's your division. That's you feel me. That's
Right.
who you.
That's
That's
another
your
one.
rival. You feel
Feel
me?
me?
So I take like for instance, you look at any AFC North game, any AFC North game played. It's always low scoring, scrappy games or high shootout games. So that doesn't surprise me that they went to the distance with them like that. But I do not believe they can hang with the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford once again will show he's an MVP. I think Kyron Williams probably will get going. He hasn't got going yet in the playoffs, but I do believe there's just too many weapons out there. And the team that does get a lot of takeaways, it's gonna be hard to keep up with Puka, Tay. and Kyron Williams out the backfield. I'm gonna take the Rams for sure. I'm taking the Rams as well. And I actually think the Rams do justice against this team. I think the score is gonna be, I'm gonna say 23-10. I think they'll really come out. It'll be kind of an ease for them to cakewalk. They might jump out 2 scores early and then kind of stall a little bit, but I definitely gonna take the Rams on this one and ride with Matthew Stafford as well.
I see Matthew Stafford going there and taking care of business, doing what he has to do and making necessary plays to put his team on top for the move to the next round. So, yeah.
That's for sure. There you have it. That is our predictions.
Predictions and score recaps from last week, man. Oh, one thing I wanted to touch on before we get out of here, man. Let's talk about my nigga Anthony Black dunking on 4 people, bro.
That may be one of the craziest dunks. That might be dunk of the year.
We gonna have to talk about that's dunk. Honestly, I gotta be. This man put 4 people on the poster.
4.
That's damn near the whole team.
4. He ain't doing enough for me. I would have got a tech. If you dunk on somebody,
I would have been screaming at every nigga face.
Yeah, you gotta get the point. You all got, bro. You all got dunked on, bro. All got dunked on, and that was an early game. That was an early game, bro. So they was hooping, and I'm like, and you know what? The Magic are a young team that I like. I like the Magic. I'm an NBA guy. Never really been a big NFL guy, but I'm an NBA guy. And the Magic are a team that I feel like you gotta watch out for. You gotta watch out for.
Sneaky, they're young, they're fast. I love it. I love to see it though.
But that dunk, yes, that dunk was one of the craziest dunks of the year. Definitely candidate for dunk of the year for sure. It was a very, very nasty dunk. Like I said, bro, Orlando definitely a team to look out for. I would say that the Rockets, of course, are a team to look out for. And the Pistons, they've pretty much shown themselves. I mean, yeah, like we'll touch bases on NBA when that time comes. We got NFL, got NCAA, we got, as for NCAA, do you got a prediction for that?
I forgot. National championship, man. We got Indiana versus Miami. Indiana, man, they just been clicking on all cylinders since the playoffs. Well, since the playoffs started, and I don't feel like they're losing. So, but Miami has a sneaky offense. Don't get me wrong, that defense is still legit. There's still elite players on that defense that can make plays. I feel like, honestly, give me Indiana, but at a close game. I say give me about – I feel like it's going to honestly be a shootout just because Carson Beck knows he's going to have to keep up with that offense. He's going to have to. So give me 35-30 Indiana.
30 Indiana. I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. I'm all for Big Ten wins. They kind of downplay the Big Ten, so I'm all for it. All Big Ten wins. I'm gonna take Indiana as well, just to see what their defense did against a higher power offense, and like in general against us. They shut down Oregon. Hey, that team's not coming to play around, and they are a portal team, but they're portal. Like they went and got older guys, which is why I've been riding with them, bro. Like you get some guys that plays, they 24, 25 years old, they gonna come out and play, And I think Miami is a young team, and this just unfortunately they run into a scenario where at the other side you got Goliath, and and
Right.
you're David, but it's Indiana. I definitely gonna take Indiana with this one. And my score prediction is 42-21. I don't think Miami hangs around with them. Just seeing the way they dismantle Oregon like that, I feel as if Indiana's just going to come out and do the same thing. They're going to ride on the high horse. I love like Malachi Tony. I like the young guy. Don't really care for Carson Beck, in my opinion. I don't really
Yeah,
like watching him at all.
me either.
Uh,
Can't stand, bro.
but can't hold no grudge in the sports media. But I think I think for sure it's gonna be Indiana is just gonna route them
Right.
important.
I just like Kirk Cinetti, man. He's a great coach, man. Another coach
I
from that
love the coach, love the coach.
another coach from that Saban tree. Under Saban, Saban always has these people who always going doing crazy things with these teams, like Kirby, Sarkisian, all them Kiffin, bro. And he's just a one of a kind, bro. So I feel like Kirk Cinetti just know what he needs to do to go in there and get the dub. So, like I said, give me that Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. But Nick Saban had like the four of the teams that was left. All of them had a coach that had something to do with Saban. So
Exactly. Like that just speaks another factor of how great of a coach he was.
Nick Saban's he's a great coach, man, great coach. And I just feel like um, it's time to start acknowledging the Big Ten. I want you to start
Yeah,
acknowledging.
I give y'all props, man. It's the last couple, 3, 4. We're gonna go count Michigan. That shit don't count.
I mean, it's
Cheat
still Big
ass.
Ten.
I'm cheating ass nigga,
I
but
don't
like
even like Michigan. They won, so they do
but like
cheat.
y'all have gotten to the playoffs. Y'all have won them championships because I don't know what the SEC is doing, and maybe because it's an NIL thing now, but it's fine. I think honestly, it just brings out more comp. To be
It
honest, I'm not
does. It
like gonna
does.
be in the SEC trying to get that championship. It's more comp all around, and these schools are paying for it, so might as
Nah.
well.
And
So
and to touch on that, because I've seen a crazy stat about this transfer portal with NIL going around. There were 3,500 kids in the transfer portal for FBS alone. 3,500 for
it's
football.
crazy, bro. Like it's like what like people been saying, bro. It's not even for the love of the game no more. It's about money. It's
They
about
have got to. There's got to be some type of cap on this, on NIL and on
or something, bro. Because these kids are getting too big headed, man.
you going from team to team. You're getting thrown around more than a $2 yo. You
You
can't
feel
do
me?
that.
Oh God,
You can't do that.
can't do that, bro.
No,
It's just
you
like I
can't
said,
do
it's
that.
taking away the love of football away from
It
kids.
ain't even. It's not about building players anymore. And see, on the basketball side of things, and with college basketball and the transfer portal, it's also bad. But a lot of times, basketball, you're one and done. So a lot of times, folks don't even care about the NIL money. Let me get in here and get out and get to the league, which is why in college basketball you don't see a lot of like stories no more, like big guy stories.
Because they know once they stay, probably gonna stay the whole time.
They
And
going. I'm about to say in college football, you got to play 3 years, so they gonna maximize. And I don't blame them. I'm 20 years old too. I don't blame them. If I can get as much money as I can while getting college, which they don't really care about that. Let's be honest. They don't really care about the education part no more. It's about the money. But if I can maximize how much money I'm getting before I can then eventually maybe go pro, you bet your sweet bippy I'm doing that.
you
You,
feel
you,
me, bro? I'm
you
dead
bet.
that money.
I'm gonna find every money piece I can get. If I can stay another year, like Chambliss, he's trying to find another year. Man, that ain't for no. I want to go win with Ole Miss. That's for more money. He want another year eligibility just to go get some more money, and that's how that goes.
Yeah, there's really levels to this college football shit now, man.
That portal is ridiculous, man. That portal is
But
ridiculous.
let's
Oh,
go wrap it up for today's episode
hey,
recap.
before we wrap it up, this is the last thing I got to say. Did you see the controversy about the reporter in Jacksonville with Liam Cohen, their new coach? Did you see the
Nah,
controversy about that?
I ain't see none of that about that.
So, and when we get off, I'll send you the video. Um, the lady, I forget her name. I had to look it up right quick. But she, let's just say she's a black lady. Um, what's her name? Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, bro. It was bad, and it's been getting talked about like all
I'm
all
surprised
day.
in it.
So what? You ain't seen
I,
it? I'm surprised you. I'm really surprised you haven't seen it, bro.
I usually look out for stuff like that.
Bruh. Lynn Jones,
So,
lady by the name of Lynn Jones, black lady, older, kind of older, about around. Like, I don't know her age, but she's an older lady, you know, and she goes to the interview, and it's 27 seconds, man. 27 seconds is getting hate. And I want to talk about it because I seen it and it hurt because she didn't do no wrong, man. All she did was congratulate Liam Cohen on the season and on a great season, telling him words of encouragement, hold his head high. She just wanted the best for him, and it's like
oh, okay,
people,
okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, she said it. She said,
yeah.
"Yep, yeah, I heard." Okay.
So to talk about Lynn Jones and the situation with the Jaguars, man, are we serious? Like, are we serious? We're gonna downplay a lady for giving a man his props. Like the Jaguars ain't really been this great in a couple of years now. They have been, around, but for them to go his first year he gets signed and they playoff team, they look like they gonna, make a splash in the playoffs, and then unfortunately they go against Josh Allen. That team was 13-4, Nick. All she was doing was giving that man words of encouragement to keep his mental state fine. Cause at that time he getting bashed probably.
Feel me? Like that shit shows what type of mindset these people in this world have, man. They don't.
And, and,
All they
and
care about you is winning. They don't care about you is you feel me. She's
bro,
just trying to do her job, bro, and she really going beyond that because no reporter gonna ask if are you hold your head up, man. Make sure you good. You know you gonna do great next season. Nobody gonna do that. The fact that she went out her way just to say that it just shows her type of character.
Nick, you cannot, like, in the world that we live in now, and this is my final thought on this. In the world that we live in now, there's always somebody that's hating on you, somebody that's doubting you, and somebody that just don't care about you. And in the sports world, in a world where a lot of people take mental health very seriously because it's hard being a head coach. It's hard being a player because you got nothing but media looking to bash you or tear you down. So for her to go in there as a reporter and go in there and speak her mind and let that man know that, hey, we're with you. As a fan base, we're with you. I know it hurts right now, you lost. But as a fan base, we're right here with you. And I want to uplift you. I tell you what, I tell you what, I hate to be that person, but if she wasn't black, I don't know if we would have ever seen anything about this. I don't. And not to bring race into anything, because if anybody does this, it should be applauded. Anybody. It's nothing but a good heart. And it was heartfelt. Because, the man wasn't even smiling before the interview. He got that interview, and she said that he started smiling. He picked up a smile on his face. You can see it touched him. And people don't like that. People want to tear you down. And I can't get with that at all.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
for
to
real.
everybody out there, ending thought, be a better person. Be a better person. It
Be
don't matter.
kind.
You can start right now.
Go out, go out there and do something nice for somebody. I challenge you to go out there and do something nice for somebody every week. At least one time a week. It don't gotta be every day. Just one time a week, man. Do something nice.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt you, bro. You can go out and do something
This
nice.
what we need in this world at this time is kindness, bro. With everything going on in the world, we gonna get into that later. But everything going in the world, we just need kindness, man. We just need love and support. That's all we need, bro. Trust me.
Everything. Is
But
is
yeah,
that's it for me. That's all I got to say, man. Just go
but
be.
yeah, that's gonna do it for the weekly Wednesday rank recap, man. Man, me and JB, hope we touched on everything for the little NFL, college football, and everything. We're gonna get into some more stuff next video because we got next episode 2. Well, we're gonna say 2.5. The real episode. This is the little recap. So episode 2 gonna be out probably Friday, next Friday and stuff, and then we'll put this out on Wednesday. So, but yeah, I figured we touched on everything, bro. Great conversation, man.
Great conversation, of course. Everything love. Love, peace, one love.
All glory to God, for sure, for sure.
Glory to
And
God.
hopefully we'll see y'all see the rest of the members on next video. But until
So,
then, y'all have be smooth, man.
one love. Mm-hmm.